is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Guys, you like that thumbnail? It's my two good friends, Richard Wyckoff, WD Gann. And this little pair of ears that you see is one of my Dutch Shepherd's, Tiger. He wants some attention. Boy, did we pump, and guys, did we nail that pump call weeks ago, literally weeks ago, when just about nobody saw that pump coming. If you go watch the harmonic decay video, it's essential for this video because we are trading in the macro pattern of Dante's descent. Did that pump change anything, or did it provide confirmation for what's coming next? Today's video is super important. It's Bitcoin exclusive because the markets are closed tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll put out an equities and commodities video for you. Going to focus on Bitcoin today because that was a monster pump. Guys, Dante's descent, made many videos on this pattern, and we are on the pivot candle here in this pattern. Very important information today. So definitely like and subscribe to this channel. I'm giving you a unique perspective on the marketplace, trading like the legends of old, combining their systems and adding advanced Fibonacci esoteric concepts to it. And I think this is really good information for anybody that wants to trade these marketplaces. Let's talk about Dante's descent. 20 bar tops, 140 days, weekly time frame. 20 bar tops, 140 days, a weekly time frame. 21 bars, 147 days on the weekly time frame. Where's that market symmetry, Brendan? Well, guys, remember, we're going to translate this to the daily. As you guys know, if you watch harmonic decay, you will see that I believe we are trading in the Gann square of 144, and there's another Gann square, the Gann square of 9, which many of you have heard of, and I'm going to show you how that provides confirmation for this pump candle right here. Let's go ahead and get into this. So our vibrational pivot low, let's go ahead and turn the magnet on. Vibrational pivot low to the next vibration high, 9 bars, 63 days. Vibration low to vibration high, 9 bars, 63 days. You guys seeing a pattern here? Vibration low to the vibration high, 9 bars, 63 days. The Gann square of 9. Understand key trading concepts, Fibonacci numbers, particularly Lucas numbers. Certain numbers repeat in the marketplace, powers of, divisions of. You will see them repeat in finding the dynamic rhythm of the market, because markets are always contracting and expanding is important to get high probability trades. Why is Dante's descent important? Why are we talking about it? This is my pattern that I developed based on the Bitcoin candlestick pattern, and it has provided the biggest trades, in my opinion, on YouTube. At 48.2, I gave you the exact candle, the exact trade for a 64% drop. We traded this pivot here in the room. One of our traders beat me to the punch, posted this. 38% drop. And of course, I shared this most recent trade with you, the 28% drop to the candle here on YouTube as well. You guys want to trade with us? We have professional traders, professional staff, 13,000 members in our community. Our Discord, that first month is still half off. Overwhelming request to still get that. So the first month is half off, guys. You can come check it out for a month. You get a handful of indicators that are custom designed for our members only, and a fantastic community with TA and live streams. So that link is in the video description. Click that and come talk to us there. All right, so this is where we're at in Dante's descent. The pivot bar, 9 bars, 63 days. That's this bar. The next bar, January 16th, the Monday bar, should finish red in this pattern, okay? So we could still move up. We have to see what our upside targets is, but let's look at this daily translation here on the on Bitcoin. Here's our 63 bars, 58 bars. When you translate this to the daily, these are our vibrational pivot low to the high, 63, 58, 68. Now, when you average these all together, it comes out to 63 bars. Again, the Gann square of 9. 9 times 7, 63. What's interesting here, guys, is the topping pattern. 138 bars, 140 bars, 154 bars, projecting us out to that Monday bar, 154. Average these 3 bars together, or these 3 boxes together, and you get 144. 144. Remember, You need to watch harmonic decay. We get into 144. 144 is also related to the harmonic speed of light. It's also a Fibonacci number. It's a number found all throughout the marketplace, divisions of and multiples of the Gann square of 144. So we have a very harmonic decay cycle in the marketplace. The market is unfolding with a mathematical degree related to the past. And when you can decipher this, you get key pivots in the marketplace, which is how we get these trades. These pivot points have provided beautiful trades. And not only that, the fib time that we laid out, if you watch that video, you'll see the one spot 414 land it right here. Let me go ahead and expand this on the daily time frame. And actually from the pivot and the candle, from the pivot and the Dante's descent pattern, we'll take it from there. That march up from that pivot was a 28.76 increase in price. And of course, we're looking for that next bottom in the spring equinox, early, March 26th to April 2nd in that range, the spring equinox being March 20th this year. So these are very big moves in the marketplace, and we are on that pivot bar now. Very harmonic cycle we are trading under, and the overall blueprint, I do believe, is the one spot 414. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you definitely need to watch that video, okay? So let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin on the weekly. So when we look at some different ways to get price projections, because you guys watch other YouTubers, I'm sure, and you hear people say 12K, 8K, you've heard people say 4K, lower numbers, higher numbers, doesn't matter, right? One thing you can do, and you see me do this, is sequencing in the marketplace. So we can take that wave down. We're going to use our vibration pivots here that we have for Dante's descent, 52.27% decline. Take the next vibration pivot down to the next Dante's descent box, 63.58% decline. Take the next vibration pivot in that final box to that current vibrational bottom, 38.48. We need to know the geometric mean for this because this is a cycle of decay. And the geometric mean, by the way, is 50%. 50%. What else is interesting about this? 52.27 is very close to 50%. 63.58 is very close to 618. And 38.48 is very close to 382. Okay, do you see the Fibonacci declinations here in the marketplace as well? And if you see what's happening here, this pump, well, we don't know if this is going to be the top. We're going to look in the other time frames where the price currently is, but let's just take a 50% decline from the current high that you've made off this pump candle and see where this lands you. So your 50% decline, let's get rid of these other numbers. This is one way to get price projections. This lands you at 10,000. What is this? 10,647.87. Okay, 10,647. So if you have been watching my channel, we started in, I think, June of 2021. We had 30 subs. Now we have over 26,000 subs. This has been awesome. But if you've been watching my channel since November, December, January, back in 2021, early 2022, I was showing an easy way, and people said I was crazy, you can see it in the comments, to get this projection, trend-based fib, previous all-time high, to that market low, that vibrational pivot, to your market high, your all-time high. Look at your 1618, 10,591. Look where the 50% geometric projection would land you, right on your 1618, 10,591. Now, if this is a valid target, when would this target hit? I would believe, again, that spring equinox date that we've talked about. But let's look at some other projections, because a key concept in geometric trading is the law of three, as you guys know. Three impulse waves. Gann believed the market moved in threes. You see this all the time in the marketplace. ABC corrections, candlestick patterns, lots of different law of three patterns present in the marketplace. And we can take a trend-based fib, go from our all-time high down to the first deepest wave, up to that next swing high. And let's see where this lands. The one fib lands at 12,173. This is a symmetrical move. So to visualize this, because a lot of people like visualizations, this would be this movement here, okay? Looking at this from an ABC perspective. This movement here. And we'll just say spring equinox, wherever that is, April, put it early April right here. There we go. This would be this movement right here. Now, what I want to do is show you, again, the law of three, your wave three here on your impulse. Take that market low with a fib retracement. and then come up here to your all-time high. Watch where this lands here, okay? Your all-time high. So the 12,173, we need to add our fib here, the 1.414, which is the blueprint, I believe, for the marketplace. Look where that overlays, right on top of your 1 fib. You see that? Right where your projection would be for that spring equinox, the 12,000, basically 12K Bitcoin, okay? 12,173, 12,186, depending on your exchange. But the 1.414 lays right on top of this. Now, could Bitcoin go lower? Of course it could. It depends what the markets are doing, how hard they are dumping. But this is your harmonic projection target, 12K Bitcoin, end of March, early April is the time frame I have according to the patterns at play. So some different targets here. Maybe your target, if this gets exceeded, will be that 10.5 from that other projection based on the geometric decay in the marketplace. So these are some different ways to view this, okay? And let's go ahead and go forward and let's get to the daily time frames. Do we have any juice to move to the upside? We're going to look at this down in the 4 hours because we need more candles, as you guys know. It's only been a couple days since this pump finished, but we need more candles. Here's on the weekly time frame. If we look at this, if I went ahead and laid this out, colored it so you could see the contrast here. This is your ABCD tool, right? I use this a lot for geometric trading. And you have your A point, B point, to your C point, your vibration low, your projected D point. This is 1.272. Okay, this is Kepler's triangle. These dimensions, their reciprocal ratio is 786. The 1.272 is the square root of 1618 of phi. The 786, the reciprocal ratio, is a square root of 618. And interesting enough, these ratios are found in the Giza pyramid as well. So this is part of Kepler's triangles. And if Bitcoin does want to move up, which we're going to look at the smaller time frames, my target for Bitcoin is 23,125 if indeed it does move up and doesn't just start to break down on this next weekly candle. 23,125, the 786 fib. This fib is their pull down here from the 25,207 down to this swing low. Okay, so that's my 786, giving you a very harmonic pattern, and this is where I would anticipate it would retrace from if it does move up. Let's go forward. Another way to look at this is through Wyckoff. Let me go ahead and get rid of this fib. And you can see here your Wyckoff structure. We have our selling climax, we have a reaction, we have volatility, we have an upthrust here, and then you can see I threw on a parabolic curve here so you can see how price just accelerated. The key thing here is look at the breakout volume. This candle was a 3 sigma candle, 3 standard deviations out of trend, and that's what was required by the whales and the market manipulators to punch this through the 19.5 target for a very brief moment. I was recording a video in the Discord room, actually. For a brief moment while I was recording, making the video, this looked like it was going to have a chance to hold and it would start to fail, and it punched right through and shot up, okay? And you can see from that larger wave retracement, you hit the 618, but on this shorter wave retracement here from this 28% drop, you have the 100% retracement at 21,483, the natural halving and doubling in the marketplace. And of course, you have a nice supply wick here. So you need to understand this from a couple different perspectives here. In Wyckoff perspective, you have your breakout. And what you usually have, now keep in mind, Bitcoin is a controlled parabolic asset, okay? But what you normally have in a perfect Wyckoff is you have your breakout and you have your pullback. Now, in this case, Bitcoin could pull back to the 200, establish a higher level of support, and then look to make its Livermore pivot to the upside. That's where you would be looking for that 23 target, okay? The other option you have is maybe you print some type of bearish structure here in a smaller time frame. Bitcoin starts to sell off. If you lose this 200, you need to hold your Wyckoff top, your ceiling here at 18.1, and this is where you would form that Livermore pivot and then pivot back to the upside to get that 23K. Because if you do neither of those and you just re-enter the Wyckoff accumulation range, which is flipping to Wyckoff distribution, and you start having volatility, making lower highs, this is when you can fall out of the box, you do your retest, and you pivot out to the downside. Okay, we're going to look at this in the 4-hour time frame. But a lot lot of people are asking me like where to put on more shorts or where to add to your short, or should you open a short? And guys, as I say on YouTube all the time, this is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment purposes. I'm just telling you how I view the marketplace and what I would do with the current candle situation we have. Daily time frame, not enough information. You got one little red candle, a little bit of a retracement, so we need to move forward. But let's look at, again, our MFI. Overbought for the first time since the run up to the all-time high. Daily time frame looks like it's going to retrace some. Now, if you can hold this range, your MFI could roll back down. Remember, this is a volume-weighted RSI. And remember, guys, when you are trading, this is only an indicator. It doesn't matter. Bitcoin could still move up and this could just stay overbought, okay? So you have to use confluence when you are trading. Let's look at the next level here. This was our geometric Gartley pattern that we have. As you can see, I wanted to get to 19.5. I told you I could not see us getting to 19.2 and not testing 19.5. Blast it past it, and here's your 100% retracement. So we have that. You guys have seen that pattern multiple times now. But what I want to focus on here is the 4-hour time frame, because you have more candles. And so when you're thinking, you know, where do I trade here? Do I wait? This is how I view it. If you're not in a short now, if I wasn't in a short now, what I'm looking for is for Bitcoin to move, okay? I want to see movement here in this mini cough structure after this parabolic rise. Two different ways you can move here. Maybe you could start making your higher low structure like you did before, and then go to exit your range, pull back, retest this range, and then pivot out. This is the 21,471. That would be on your way up to that 23K target, okay? Or, again, you could start making lower highs. Price starts coming down. Price starts coming down. Maybe you get some down thrust. You re-enter the range, make a lower high again. This is when you could pivot out and move to the downside. I need to see directional movement, right? Is there a chance Bitcoin just does this? Of course, it's Bitcoin. Is there a chance Bitcoin just does that? Of course, it's Bitcoin. But from a Wyckoff perspective, I need to see some type of movement. And looking at my indicators that I do use to trade with, which the MFI is on every chart that I have, this is not overbought, okay? So you're waving down. You could come up to overbought, which is when I think you would make that move towards more of the upside. Always looking for double top type patterns, other patterns to form as well. But from the 4-hour perspective, there's just not a lot to go off of. Now, you could go smaller. You could go 1 hour. I typically trade 4-hour and above, but 4-hour, this is what I have, guys. 1 hour, you may be printing some other types of patterns and shapes, but I'm looking for that directional pivot based off Dante's descent. The next pivot candle should close red. Still means we can move up and then fall down, or we could just start falling down. So right now I'm in standby mode, looking to see what price will do, okay? So this is just something that you guys need to understand when you're viewing these marketplaces. Remove all of that external bias and just look at the chart. Remove the ideas of the forecast and trade the chart in front of you. It's very, very important to do. Guys, if you have questions or comments, I'm not like other YouTubers. I actually answer the questions and comments, as you guys know, in the YouTube comments. Please do leave them, and I love conversing with everybody. Consider checking out our room. I will provide an update on Bitcoin tomorrow's video as well that I'm releasing for the equities and commodities. I'll throw a Bitcoin update, especially if it moves, right? Because it is the new candle. Remember Dante's descent, review harmonic decay, get caught up on this advanced Fibonacci candlestick pattern. And guys, really do appreciate your support. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and the Jaguars won their playoff game. I'll talk to you guys next video. Take care, everybody.